It's never too early to start talking about the 2021 NFL draft, especially since the Vikings will be picking 32 overall. And with us Vikings fans, we've been obsessed with the sort of do-it-all, gadgety wide receiver, running back, return man ever since Percy Harvin graced us with his presence for a couple of hot seconds. But, I mean, I'm still excited. And also, yes, it is lazy scouting to always be comparing prospects to previous players, but, you know how we operate here. So, Rondale Moore, the true junior coming out of Purdue, is opting out of the 2020 college football season. He announced on the gram to all Boilermaker Nation, which Boilermakers I more equate with the drink as opposed to, like trains, but yeah, whatever. But he is going to be getting ready for the draft, and he is a super intriguing prospect. There's a couple reasons why he may fall to the Vikings at 32. So let's talk about him today. So Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore is like an absolute stud. Now, you may have to remember all the way back to 2018 because that's where the bulk of his work came from. But background on him, he's 5'9", $180, 20 years old, former four-star recruit coming out of Louisville, Kentucky. Number one recruit in the Bluegrass State. Was originally committed to Texas, but he was like, And then he flipped and committed to Jeff Brom and the Boilermakers. As we said, he basically is a one-year wonder. 2018, his true freshman season just came in like a lightning bolt and dominated. First game out of the gates, he had 313 all-purpose yards, which is the most in school history. Finished his freshman season with 114 catches, 1,258 yards receiving, 12 touchdowns, as well as rushed for 213 yards and 2 touchdowns, and also averaged 20.1 yards per kick return. Just absolutely amazing. Consensus All-American, first team All-Big Ten, freshman of the year, as well as Paul Hornung award for most versatile player in all of college football. Next season, 2019, everyone's like, all right, here we go. He's a preseason All-American, all the list, and then he was only limited to 4 games due to injuries. Actually hyperextended his knee against the Gophers. So the fact that he's only played 17 career college game makes this next stat absolutely ridiculous. So Pro Football Focus putting this up. Rondale Moore leads all Power 5 receivers in open targets since 2018 with 124, which is just absolutely insane. We look at KJ Hill operating out of the slot for Ohio State for a number of years. Jerry Jeudy of Bama. Of course, Justin Jefferson lighting things up last year at LSU, as well as Rylan Wallace from Oklahoma State. And yes, you could say it's partly Jeff Brom's system. It is wide open. He is getting a lot of bubble screens. He is doing this and that. But also, it's not like the other 4 receivers operate out of the wing T. I mean, they do operate out of more spread college offenses. And also, only 17 games versus the other players played a minimum of 25. So it's absolutely just, it's bat bleep insane. And Moore is this dynamic, open field, big play waiting to happen. And yes, it's always lazy to compare to other players, but you take the best parts of like Justin Jefferson's game getting open over the middle of the field. You look at Brandon Ayuk, where he turned every single time he touched the ball, turned into a punt return on offense. Also, you look at the dynamic ability of a Jalen Reagor of TCU. Smash that all together, and you're good, as well as like Laviska Shenault. But combine-wise, now in high school, he reportedly ran a 4.33 40, which is pretty damn amazing. Now, if he has a full season to dedicate training to that specific thing, getting into some like Olympic sprint type training, he could beat Tyreek Hill's all-time record at the combine. He really could. Also, he's going to kill it in the agility drills, the jumps, as well as apparently he squats 600 pounds, which is... yeah. So he's Percy Harvin. If Percy Harvin was a more polished receiver, which I do think that Rondale Moore is, and if calling him Percy Harvin 2.0 is a little bit too hyperbolic, he really is more comparable to, say, Laviska Shenault, who's coming out of Colorado last year. Also factoring in injuries as well. Shenault ended up being a second-round pick by the Jaguars this year. But yeah, I think that Moore is a more polished product, even though you have a limited sample size with him. And he may fall to the back end of the first round because, like we said, because of that sample size, because of injuries. I don't think opting out will hurt him too much. Actually, I don't think it'll hurt many prospects at all this year. You look at Micah Parsons, you look at the Miami edge rusher, you look at Rashad Bateman. I don't think it'll hurt players that much at all, as well as for Moore, I mean, scouts maybe haven't seen him at his peaks in over 2.5 years. I mean, it could be a larger version of, say, what happened to Tyler Gronklin when he was coming out of Central Michigan. So his final season at Central Michigan, racked by injuries. The season before was really damn good, right? And even with that, he still fell till day 3. Now, I don't think that Moore will fall very far. I don't think he'll get out of the first round, but with a really good wide receiver class coming in, yet again, could actually even be better than 2020, headlined by Rashad Bateman and Jamar Chase. I mean, he could find his way towards the back end of the first round, number 32 overall, where the Vikings will be picking. So there you go. So Rondale Moore, super exciting. Look ahead to the 2021 draft. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments section. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.